Guys, my name is Fredster, and today I'm bringing you my Premier League prediction. This is going to cause controversy, I know it will, but let's get straight into it. So in my opinion, the league winners, Manchester City, third title in a row for them, I reckon, is beckoning. Liverpool and them, obviously amazing sides, but realistically, Manchester City are going to edge it. They just have a better team, in my opinion, and they're just so strong in the league, and I do think they will win it. And therefore, in second, I have put Liverpool. I've got this on a sheet of paper. Liverpool in second, definitely. I mean, it'll be between them and Man City who wins the league. But Liverpool, I reckon, like last year, they'll just have a little bit, just that little bit less stronger than Manchester City. They are the Champions League winners, but Man City won everything they could have won in Europe, but they did have quite easy runs in both cup competitions. But I do think that Liverpool will just fall behind yet again and finish in second. In third, I have gone with Tottenham Hotspur. Signed Ndombele, great signing for them. And I do believe they will be, I reckon out of everyone else, it will be Liverpool, Man City fighting for the title. I reckon Spurs are definitely the best of the rest. They've got a great side, they've got some great players like Kane, Ali, Trippier's now gone, so that does fill a bit of a defensive hole, but I reckon Walker-Peters could have a good season at right back. Fourth place, I've gone with their North London rivals. I've gone with Arsenal. Yes, in all fairness, they haven't signed that many players. They're quite weak at the back, but I do reckon they have got they will finish fourth. I reckon they'll edge it just because the team who I've put in fifth, Manchester United. I can already see the controversy coming along. Man United signed Wan-Bissaka, signed Daniel James, but at the same time, they just lack morale, and I reckon if that theme continues, it will do them over. And Arsenal have got better attackers, in my opinion, like Aubameyang, Ozil, and also Lacazette. Arguably, both teams have got dodgy defences, but I reckon United have got a dodgier defence. And I just don't think, if that morale continues like it did last season, they don't stand a chance, because they just gave up. It looked like they were fighting a losing battle. Sixth place, I have gone with Chelsea, the team who are transfer banned, and Frank Lampard as their new manager. And I do think this will be a one-off season for Chelsea, because they can't sign anyone. It's a new year for them, new season, new manager, new era. They're going to have to use young players and just use what they've got, like Tammy Abraham, like Ethan Ampadu. I reckon Lampard will use them. He'll get the best out of them. But then again, at the same time, I just don't think Lampard will be doing well. I could, personally, in my opinion, I could see Chelsea finishing lower than that, like maybe 7th place, 8th place. But I reckon they've just got a stronger team, and the team that they've got is very good, and I reckon it's worthy of a Europa League spot, but I do not think top 4 will happen. 7th place, bit of a wild card that could cause a little bit of disagreement. I've gone with West Ham United. Felipe Anderson, Sebastian Haller. They've also got the likes of, well, they haven't got Arnautovic anymore, and obviously Hernandez is still there, but they have got rid of Carroll and all that. But Haller, great signing by West Ham. They've already got a very good side as well, with the likes of Declan Rice. Fabianski will do well in goal. They've also got in Roberto from Spain to have as the keeper if Fabianski kind of drops in form. But I do reckon West Ham will get a Europa League spot, because their team is getting stronger and stronger, and it is worthy of finishing that high. In 8th place, I've gone with Wolves. Why I think Wolves will finish outside the top 7 is because of those Europa League games, where they will get in, they'll breeze past qualifying easily. I reckon what will happen, those midweek games will kill them off, I reckon. I reckon that their squad depth is good, but it won't be enough, because realistically Wolves have got their main 11 and about 7 other players that will get into that main 11. I just don't think that don't get me wrong, great team, brought back Dendoncker and Jimenez, great signings, deserve to come back, but I just think Europa League will do them dirty a little bit when they play midweek. Then they've got to play 3 days later. It might not be a problem, but I do reckon it could just make them that little bit sluggish and kind of derail them the littlest bit. But I still think they'll have a really good season. 9th place, I've gone with Leicester City, and this can change whether they keep Maguire or not. If they keep Maguire, they will finish 9th. They will finish in a high spot because they've got a great team. Yuri Tielemans, Vardy, Maddison. Obviously, they've got Maguire as well. Kasper Schmeichel. They've got a very good side, and it is capable of getting a really good finish in the Premier League. Ben Chilwell as well, Damari Gray. They will finish quite high up. If they don't get Maguire at the start of the season, if he goes, could be a little bit worse off for wear. But Brendan Rodgers, don't get me wrong, he's experienced in this league. He knows what it's about. 10th, I've gone with Everton, smack bang in the middle. I think that's just where they are. I don't think they're a bit of a top 7, top 8 team. I think they're definitely a mid-table side, top 10 side. And Richarlison, don't get me wrong, he is a very good player. Also, they've got the likes of Andre Gomez back. They've signed Fabian Delph as well. They're getting that depth in that they definitely need, but I just don't think they're strong enough to get higher in the table. 11th, I've gone with Southampton. They will not go down. They will not be fighting a relegation battle this year. They've got a much better team now. Bringing in Shea Adams, who I think will make that step up to the Premier League. They've signed that. I can't remember his name. It's like, I think it's like Bjorn. No, it's not Bjorn. It's like Ejepo. I don't even know his name. I can't remember. Sorry, but he from Standard Liège. I reckon he'll be a decent player. Hassan Hutel is a very good manager as well. He will stir them onto a mid-table finish, in my opinion. 12th, I've gone with Bournemouth. That's just my opinion. I reckon Bournemouth are a mid-table side. Don't get me wrong, it is a decent side they have got, with the likes of Ake. Also, they've got Callum Wilson. But if some of their top players go, they will go downhill. But they are a mid-table side, realistically. They will be in the middle. 13th, the FA Cup finalists. I've gone with Watford, Deulofeu, Deeney. I think they have made signings. I think they've signed someone from West Brom. I think it's Craig Dawson who they signed, which is strengthening their defence, which is that little bit weak. They do need a bit more going forward in the midfield and defence. Ben Foster is a good keeper as well, so I think they're sorted in that area, but they need a bit more boost in everywhere else in the pitch. Sorry if this isn't in focus, by the way. You probably already noticed if it was, it's because my front camera don't work. It broke, the microphone broke. So I'm using the back camera so I can't see myself. 14th, I've gone with Burnley. Brexit FC. I've put 14th. It's Jay Rodriguez, good signing. He's capable of doing it well in the Prem. They've also, I can't remember who else they've signed, but they have got a decent side, but I don't think they're good enough to push up the table. And just they don't have a decent style of football either. I think they will just finish round about that mark, realistically. 16th, I've gone with Brighton and Hove Albion. This might be seen as a bit odd from me, because everyone else I talk to seems to think they're going down. Everyone will probably disagree with what I've said here. But I do think Brighton, they will be fighting a relegation battle, without a doubt. But I reckon in the end, Leandro Trossard, they've signed from Genk, Matt Clark from Portsmouth, not the best signings, but they're players who could exceed their expectations. And I do reckon Brighton will be finishing lower table. They should stay up. 17th, wait, hang on, I've skipped a place. Sorry, that's my fault. 15th, I went with Aston Villa. I reckon they will finish highest of the promoted teams. They've spent over 100 million on some very good players. The likes of El Ghazi, Tyrone Mings, who played well for them last season. Also Bjorn Engels and Wesley. I do reckon they will have the best season of the promoted clubs. Also Jack Grealish in there. 17th, I've gone with my team, Norwich City. Last season I placed us 6th in the Championship. It caused controversy. No one agreed with me. Look what happened now. We won our league. I put Norwich in 17th because I do think we've got just enough to survive. I reckon if we can manage 20 points by the 20-game mark, we will be staying up. We've signed Ralph Farman on loan from Schalke. One of the best signings I've seen us make in ages. He's such a experienced keeper. He's played in the Champions League. He's played in the Bundesliga his whole career. I think it's a very good signing from us, and I reckon he will be a very good keeper. We've also signed the likes of Patrick Roberts from Manchester City on loan in pre-season. I've liked what I've seen of him. He is definitely going to be a good player, but will he get in the squad over the football heaven Emi Buendia? And also we signed Sam Byram, which is good because we needed right-back coverage because we had none if Jamal Lewis was injured. No, not Jamal Lewis. Max Aarons was injured. There's another quality player. And then we've also got the likes of Onel Hernandez, Timu Puki, obviously, Dennis Shabeni, who is the best player in the league this season. You can't prove me wrong. Oh dear. Well, anyway, Big Dennis, he'll tear everyone up, don't you worry. But, yeah, I do reckon we will stay up. Going back to reality, I do think we will stay up. We've just got enough to stay up. Yes, everyone can say you're inexperienced. You've got too young a team. You're not going to stay up. You'll fall apart. You lack at the back. If we lacked at the back, how did we win the league? If our youngsters were inexperienced, how come they played half the season and we still won the league? We are going to exceed expectations, and I do think we shouldn't be written off. We are a side who will be staying up this season. Relegation places now, an 18th Crystal Palace. I reckon they will go down, or will be fighting a relegation battle. Zaha says he wants to go. They've lost Wan-Bissaka. Their only striking options are Connor Wickham or Christian Benteke. Just no, you're not going to survive when you've got mediocre players like that. Yes, they still have a good side in terms of midfield, like Andros Townsend and also the likes of Milivojevic. But you played your first team against Nottingham Forest and you lost 1-0. You can't be doing that when you want to stay up in the Premier League. And that was without Zaha as well. I do not think they will stay up. I think they will be going down. 19th, I've gone with Newcastle. Yes, that is quite low for Newcastle, but come on. You lost Benitez for Steve Bruce. He's just not good enough. They haven't signed anyone. They're the only Premier League club who haven't signed anyone. They got rid of Perez. Rondon's gone off to China. All they've got is Dwight Gale and Muto. Muto scored 1 goal. They're just not good enough. Yes, they've got some great players like Fabian Schär and Martin Dubravka, but they're not going to do. Then they will not stay up. They'll be fighting relegation all season and they will not be strong enough. Which means bottom, I have put the Blades, Sheffield United. The reason I've done this, yes, they're going to get Dean Henderson back. Yes, they've signed Luke Freeman. Their style of football, come on. It's not Premier League material. And yes, you can say, oh, but you didn't beat Sheffield United last season. Come on, you really think hoofball is going to get you surviving in the Premier League? David McGoldrick, he's 31. Billy Sharp, he's 34. He was playing. Yes, you can say the same for Pookie. They were playing against the likes of Reading, or you played Ipswich, and you played Swansea. Like, come on, they're not going to survive. Hoofball will get you nowhere against Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham. It's just not going to work. It will not work for them. And I could be completely wrong. I could be wrong about my whole bottom 3 at this rate. I could be wrong about my whole bloody table for all I know. Obviously, and everyone's got their opinions. That obviously everyone's going to disagree with me. I'd be very surprised if anyone decided, yeah, I agree with your whole table there. But no, it's not going to happen. And Sheffield United, come on, you're not strong enough. It just won't happen for them. I mean, I do not think they're capable of staying up. Anyway, that's my Premier League table. If you enjoy this video, give it a like. And also, if you are new here, subscribe if you want to. I know that very little people are going to agree with my opinions. I know that this is going to cause some hate and controversy. But hey, what can I do? Everyone's got their own opinion. And everyone is most likely not going to agree with my one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I will be missing the opening game, Liverpool away. I'm going to be in France until the first home game of the season, so I'll see you for that one. Well, anyway, who said the Premier League was going to be easy for the 3 promoted teams, let alone Norwich? Bring on the Premier League. I'll see you guys next time.